Now, if you think that's rapid fire, wait until you see how fast this pistol shoots when it's illegally modified. A News4 investigation found how a small device is giving pistols the power of a machine gun. And as our chief investigative reporter Jeremy Finley found out, federal authorities say more and more of them are being found right here in the mid-state.
On a Friday night in Memphis, 4-year-old Italy Oakley goes from a healthy girl to this.
I didn't know it was gunshots.
When her grandmother says she became one of the hundreds injured in gun violence in our state.
Her father had her in her arms. He was telling her, please don't go to sleep, don't go to sleep, don't go to sleep.
But this was no ordinary act of violence. Investigators say the weapon used in the shooting had a small but deadly modification.
It can fire up to 1,200 rounds a minute.
Called an automatic or Glock switch, the modifier can turn a pistol into a machine gun. That's Special Agent Morgan Madison with the ATF, giving us an up-close look at the power behind the modifier. The ATF says the popularity of the Glock switch is on the rise.
They tend to be what I'll call creeping from the West Coast to the east. We've seen significant amount out in California, in Texas. I've had a lot more recoveries in Memphis, and we're starting to see a lot more here in Middle Tennessee as well as East Tennessee.
Federal investigators say Glock switches were also being sold as part of a gun trafficking scheme involving 3 Fort Campbell soldiers and a Chicago gang. Its 2 biggest dangers: speed.
This is 15 rounds of 9mm ammunition through a semi-automatic Glock 19. That took me 2.71 seconds, first shot to last. This is 15 rounds of 9mm ammunition through a Glock 17 with an auto switch. First shot to last shot, 0.92.
And inaccuracy.
With the obscenely high rate of fire for a full auto Glock, it's nearly impossible to really mitigate the recoil,
making a gun even more dangerous.
There's a greater potential for persons to be injured or killed that are not intended targets of gun violence.
The ATF says over the last 5 years, they've confiscated 79 Glock switches in Tennessee. And they know more could be out there, as some law enforcement agencies may not recognize the deadly component, especially if it's not attached to the weapon.
We continuously are in a training mode to teach not only the public, but also our law enforcement counterparts.
Hoping education will mean more automatic switches taken off the streets and children like Italy Oakley safe at home. We did want to tell you about Italy. She did not die. According to the GoFundMe account set up after the shooting, she is now at home recovering. Marius.
Wow, Jeremy, just wow. Thank you for telling us this story. Now, remember, we always want to hear from you. If there's something you want us to investigate, you can fill out a form on our website. You can also reach our team by phone as well as email.